Hey, it's Yalanda at DryerBuzz, and of course, 27 answers. I want to listen back to this one, y'all. If I sound too nasally, then I'm going to delete this one, or if I can't catch my breath. Because I'm sorry, during this week, I've been suffering this horrible cold, but I got this answer, and I got to get it out there. Maybe we'll come back and revisit it. But one of the things that we talked about this particular week, we wanted to talk about how do you want to be remembered. This one is so important. I don't want you to be remembered by those who undermine your business. And I'm going to give you some situations that occur like right in front of me, to you, to everybody. I want to talk about in a sense of collaborations, in a sense of working in exchange, in a sense of working for exposure, in a sense of just giving of your time to someone else, and then how they present that opportunity that you guys had together to others. I was at a conference, and at the end of the conference, they came up to say the thank yous and the gratitudes and so forth. And people that we were at that point very impressed with of how this event came together, they then began in the thank yous to lift the veil as to what all happened. Now, mind you, rather than continue to build up, it began to all fall down because we were thinking, and the consensus of our table was, wow, this was absolutely amazing. We didn't need to look behind the veil. But they began to let us know who all worked for a little bit of exposure, who did this and that for free, the fact that they had no money, even though this was a room full of people that had paid for the event. They continue to talk about the money side. Now, mind you, the sector that was really talking about the money side and lifting the veil, this was a little bit beyond being transparent. It was a lot beyond, professional, right? It's okay to think it it's okay to think it a blessing and not robbery to be transparent on some things. But when people have come to you to collaborate with you, or when you have encouraged others to contribute to an endeavor of yours based on exposure, based on exchanges, based on bartering, you need to come. And if you're going to listen to any of those, or if you're going to participate, you need to let people know how then to represent you. Because when they turn around and say, oh, you did it for exposure, that doesn't leave the opportunity for you to network any further. That doesn't put you at a plateau where you can then turn around. You can't leverage that. You just simply can't leverage that. And the reason you can't leverage that is because the missed moment is letting them think you did it for free. Oh, I'll do that for you because I really want to be a part of your organization. I like what you do. I like to see my brand there. Let me tell you, the leveraging comes in when you see the true cost of what you have contributed to them. Stop going. Listen, write this down because I've said it a million times. Okay, there's no such thing as free. In everything that we do, we have to fully reimburse each expense, FREE. So when you do these in kind for exposure, you still have to let them know, listen, I'm going to give you this. It's my $2,500, $2,700, $900, $400. Put a price on it. Let them know, I'm going to give you 30 hours and that's X amount of dollars. You've got to put a price on it. Don't let anybody be out there saying, oh, they did this for us for free. I will never forget that they had this amazing artist performing, and after the performance and in this being transparent, and they didn't even say it was being transparent, it was just, they went unprofessional. They let everybody know that the artist didn't cost them anything, and I'm going to use a nicer way to say that. They let everybody know that the artist performed free. The artist was in town, but it's never free. The artist had a full-on band, so, I'm looking at it, look, there's a cost to that. So the way to do this halfway through this particular podcast is, even if you're going to do something for free, even if you're going to do something for exposure, let people know what that cost would have been. I'm giving you X amount so that when they present it, let them know how you fully reimburse the expenses that they did not pay for, and go into it with them having the full-on understanding, this is something you're not paying for. It's not necessarily free. You went somewhere else and got it expense. You fully reimburse the expenses elsewhere, but there's still an expense there. And, if you're still doing exposure, and it's okay to do things for free, fully reimbursing each expense, exposure, in exchange, bartering, and so forth. It's still good business. It's still good practice. But you need to come to the table with how you want to be represented. If it's truly for exposure, what's on the other side of that? Referrals. You're supposed to have the opportunity to get business, right? I know for different artists, they say, well, okay, or for different artists and different businesses, or if you provide any kind of service, if they have an export area in exchange for a table in that area, or some kind of way you're going to walk away from this with having leveraged some dollars, having exchanged what it is you provided for them into an opportunity that's going to let you get some money. But if they misrepresent, if they undermine your participation, you won't be able to leverage it. You're not going to make any money off of it, and people are not going to walk away with respect for what you did for them coming to you. I mean, listen, just think about it. How many times had you had to answer those questions afterward? Well, I heard you did this for so-and-so and you only charged this, or you didn't charge anything, and because people will continue to come, well, we don't have any money. I still to this day don't understand that concept. I still to this day don't even, I really and truly don't understand how people are able to not lead with how much. I mean, absolutely and seriously. I don't care if you're going to text somebody, email them, get in their inbox. Every question should start with how much. I mean, we don't have any money and no budget, and I don't get it. Yes, there are some opportunities out there we can leverage, but if you're going to do it, make sure that you specify. Here's what our exchanges looks like. Here's what our bartering looks like. Here's what us working for free looks like. We have to fully reimburse each expense. Where on this list, if we do this for you, where on this list can we reimburse some of these expenses? Because we can, you can go elsewhere and get the money, but at least get something in exchange. And that could be at the very end. Make sure that you designate us as, make sure that we are visible, negotiate. It comes back to what you negotiate so that people don't continue to undermine your business. Hey guys, that was a quick 8 minutes. Oh my God. So I got a minute to wrap this up. And I hope it sounds okay. I'm still trying to get this answer out of even though I got a couple. We'll come back. We'll talk about this a little bit more. The best takeaway, free. Fully reimburse each expense. Understanding your own cost. When you understand your own cost of everything, no one can undermine your business, because if you really knew how much it costs to do something for free, exchange or exposure, and try to leverage that, if you really knew that going in, if you really knew how much you were really worth, if you knew really how much cost, if you were thinking about, if you stop undermining your own business, others won't have a chance. This is but one answer. If you saw it on my timeline, your timeline, a friend's timeline, thank them for sharing us with you. You can follow more answers. We give you an answer of the day. I'm Yalanda Lattimore, 16 years blogging at DryerBuzz.com. We've got the answers on how to create buzz. Just filter the entire internet. #27answers.